Speaker today is Cesar, speaking on opportunities. Cesar.
Opportunity doesn't strike twice. A quote known by you, and I bet even you. Now, while everyone's heard that an opportunity ranges from a lot of places, whether it be this contest or a new position at work, the reality of opportunity is there are two things very clear. That one, finding opportunity can feel like hitting the jackpot. When you're stuck in your social situation, it feels as though you have the best way to get out there and do what you need to do. However, the second thing is a little more depressing. When we understand that the culture of opportunity is actually really wrong and misguided to actually changing our lives. Radical, I know, and it sounds very strange, but the very concept of finding opportunity is inherently a big part of the issue. Now, for the next couple of minutes, let me show you how to actually re-guide opportunity to what the culture should be before allowing us to understand how to actually change our lives in such an opportune time to do so. So to understand the roadmap of this speech, let's first look at how the culture of opportunity is so wrong. Before secondly, understanding the people who've actually re-guided opportunity and what that tells us about how to do it correctly. For third and finally, understanding how to change your own lives in such an opportune time to do so. Now, since we only have so many stages to do so, we better get a move on since Mr. Stitz so graciously gave me the time to help talk to you today. Now, firstly, let's understand how the culture of opportunity is so wrong. Now, as Professors Temkin and Cohen, both professors in philosophy and political science, will tell you that we live in a luck-based egalitarian world. What that means is, as they state, quote, the only differentiation of success should be a person's own responsible choices. What does this mean in English? Well, in English, what this means effectively is that when we're all differentiated by discrimination levels, social status, or otherwise, the only thing that should affect our prosperity of success should be what we do. It's very depressing to think about when people only really care about your products and less about the personal merits you've gone through, but it does let us know on a keen insight that's important to understand. People often view opportunity as something to find, something that they're owed. So people wait and wait and wait until they realize that they wasted their whole lives waiting for it to start because they felt they were owed something. And the reality is they weren't owed something. It was up to them in their hands, as Temkin and Cohen will tell you, in order to do the responsible choices to get to success. Because as Temkin will tell you, the reality is very simple that if you are top talent, you should find success in our luck based egalitarian world. However, I do hear you saying, as many critiques of Temkin and Cohen will tell you, that hey, look, Caesar, consider this. Society is just too hard to break into. Oftentimes, it's hard to find success in your own personal life, considering the fact that just it's too hard. I'm going to get disappointed. Why am I even trying? Well, to give you the story of someone who did try, let's look at the story of Charles Oliveira. Now, to my second point, who is Charles Oliveira? Well, Charles Oliveira was born in Sao Paulo, Brazil, in the favelas, or colloquially named as the slums. At the age of 10, he was diagnosed with a heart murmur and rheumatic fever. Doctors said he would never walk again, let alone live a life without pain. Now, however, Charles Oliveira fought hard against rheumatic fever and heart murmur and ended up living a healthy life. However, at the same time, at age 10, he discovered his love for Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Now, for considering his financial status and where he came from, the reality seemed very bleak. For him, oh, I beat a heart murmur and rheumatic fever, why would I even try? Well, for Charles, he loved his opportunity. So he went on with it. And what he did was he sold recycled cardboard on the streets of Sao Paulo, Brazil in order to pay for Brazilian Jiu Jitsu lessons. While it seems like hard work that might not pay off, it did pay off for him when he won 16 consecutive Brazilian Jiu Jitsu championships in Sao Paulo, Brazil, before eventually transitioning to mixed martial arts, finding more opportunity in that sport. However, the road to mixed martial arts wasn't helpful for him either, because what we saw was that he lost a lot. And when even his one first UFC fights, he was paralyzed, and his trainer died due to this crime race in Sao Paulo, Brazil, in those same favelas. For many, that'd be it. For many, they'd give up. But for Oliveira, he kept fighting. And fighting he did when he became the UFC world champion, ended up getting millions of dollars. A quote from him talks about that when he stated when he got his championship in the UFC, that when they were putting the belt around my waist, I could only think of how much hard work I put into to get to this position where I'm at. Charles Oliveira worked hard and he recognized that even through his nickname Du Bronx, meaning from the slums, an insult spat at him in the past, but now a sense of pride from what he went through. To give a peroration of the speech, let's understand the third and final point. How do we do what Charles did? How do we change our lives? Well, as David Goggins, triathlete, Navy SEAL, long distance runner, and author will tell us, the way to opportunity and success is through hard work. A quote from him very clearly states, to remove your own governor and to be the master of your own mind, we have to love hard work. Talent, and many other things that only help if you have the hard work to do it for yourself. Charles did that by selling cardboard on the streets of Sao Paulo, Brazil. So we have to understand one thing: work hard. Opportunity doesn't strike twice or at all. It's not for us to find, it's only for us to build the door new us can walk in. Thank you.